This is a great question. How do we deal with the impact? And as I started to make the video to reply to you, I realized there's actually a couple ways to interpret this. And so this is likely going to be a multi-part series. So first answer, in terms of how you deal with the impact, if this has happened to you, you're now carrying the impact. The first and most important thing is acknowledging it. Acknowledge that there's been an impact. Acknowledge it yourself. What's coming up for me? What am I feeling? What am I holding in my body? What is my body feeling as a result of this impact? And follow that. Underlying that might be sadness, might be anger, frustration. It might feel like abandonment, rejection, fear, anxiety. It could be a number of different things. And I think the most important thing there is to acknowledge it for yourself and to realize that it's there. We don't have to be okay with it. We don't have to minimize it. We don't have to dismiss it or ignore it. The second thing is to allow that feeling and that impact to flow. Allow ourselves to feel it and really just process it, sit in it. It's going to be uncomfortable, but when we lean into the feeling and when we start leaning into the emotions that we're carrying, that's when we allow them to take their natural course and eventually be released. The third thing is something that you can do. It really depends on the context, the situation, the other person involved, but you can address it with the other person. You can say, hey, this thing that happened between us, can we talk about it? This is what landed for me, and this is how, or what I walked away with. And you can open that up to a potential for repair, for them to apologize, for them to be accountable, for them to take action. If they're not someone that's willing to do that, then the repair happens with yourself. And that doesn't mean that you need to apologize to yourself per se. It just means that you allow yourself to be in that state of emotion as a result of the impact. And you can decide for yourself what action you want to take. Notice the energy that you give to that other person. Notice if this is a pattern. Notice how often you think you want to have yourself in that situation if it's something that's repetitive. And you have choices. And in choice is empowerment. So that's my first answer. Another one's coming up.